everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to make these heart bracelets. This is great for beginners if you're just starting out. It is a super easy pattern. I am going to be going step by step, and I will also have the pattern in the corner so that you can follow along. So you're going to need 2 colors, and you're going to need 4 strings of each color. You can either cut 4 of each color, or you could take 1 string and just fold it in half and then make a loop, and then you can also do it that way. So I'm going to be following this pattern. It's an AB pattern, so whatever color you want to choose. I'm going to be doing purple for this, but you can do whatever colors you want. This first string, this is going to be the background, and then the second string, that's going to be the color of the heart. So for the background, I am choosing this lighter purple. And then for my actual heart will be this darker purple. So for the very first row, we are going to do a backward forward knot, and then a backwards forward knot. So I'm going to take my first string, I'm going to do forward backwards knot, then I'm going to do a forward knot, and this is going to be for the background. So whatever color you chose for your background, this is what the whole first row is going to be. And I know I said in multiple videos, but I get very nervous when I do voiceovers because I am not used to talking into a camera, and I'm just not a talker in general. So just bear with me. And then we are going to do a backward forward knot. And then that completes the first row. So for row 2, whenever you see these, that means that you are going to leave those strings out. So I'm just going to set these off to the side. And then as you can see, we are going to be doing the same color. So I'll be doing purple on purple, the lighter purple, the darker purple, and then the lighter purple on purple again. So I'm just going to take my strings, get them all situated here. So with the first set of strings, you are going to make a forward knot. The second set of strings is going to be a forward knot. And then with the last set of strings, it is going to be a backwards knot. And that completes the second row. So for the third row, you can see we are going to be bringing those strings back in. This is going to be creating this part of the heart. So let's get our strings situated. Okay. So we are going to take the first set of strings. We are going to do a backward knot. This is going to be the color of the heart. Do a backward knot. Then on the next set of strings, you're going to do a forward knot. And then we're going to do a backwards knot. And then another forward knot. And that completes the third row. So for the fourth row, you can see we are going to be leaving these strings out. Then we are just going to be making a forward knot and a backwards knot. So this is going to be the background color. Going to do a forward knot. And then your strings the colors, when you're doing these, you should be making the knots onto the same color string. I am so sorry if I am not making sense. I'm trying to explain as best as possible. This is going to be a forward knot, and then this is going to be a backwards knot. And that completes the fourth row. So for the fifth row, we're going to be bringing that string back in. We're going to do forward, backward, backwards knots. So I'm going to be taking this is going to be this darker purple, which is the color of the heart, and making a forward knot onto this lighter purple. I'm going to take this lighter purple, which is the color of the background, and making a forward knot into the darker purple. Then on the next set of strings, I'm going to take my background color and make a backward knot. Then I'm going to be taking the color of the heart, the darker purple, and make another backwards knot. And again, I will leave the pattern up in the corner so that you guys can follow along. So we're on the 6th row, we're almost done. We are going to be leaving these strings out. So I just want to set these to the side. We are going to be making forward and backwards knots. So I'm going to take my 2 strings. These again should be the same color. So I'm going to be taking the dark purple onto dark purple and make a forward knot. The lighter purple into the lighter purple, making a forward knot. Then the darker purple, or whatever color you're using. I'm just setting an example. We're going to be making backwards. And then that completes the 6th row. So on the 7th row, you can see it's going to be kind of like the first row. We're going to be making a forward backwards knot, a forward knot, a backwards knot, and then a backwards forward knot. So we're going to take our first set of strings, and it is going to be a forward backwards knot. Should be using the background, the color of the background string onto the, and then I'm going to be taking the second set of strings, doing a forwards knot, the third set of string, a backwards knot, and then the last pair of strings, a backwards forward knot, and that will complete the 7th row. So we are on the final row. This has only got 8 steps. So again, we are going to be leaving these strings out. Then we're going to be making a backward forward knot, a forwards knot, and a forward backwards knot. So I'm going to set these strings aside. Okay, so I'm going to take, on this pair of strings, I'm going to take the second string, so this lighter purple, and I'm going to do a backwards forward knot on my next pair of strings, and I'm just going to do a forwards knot. Then on the last set of strings, I'm going to do a forward backwards knot. And your bracelet should look like this, have like a little heart. This is a great bracelet for beginners, and it is also good just to practice the forward backwards knot and the backwards forwards knot. It's a very simple bracelet once you get the hang of it. I hope that this was easy to follow. I am going to put in some more clips of me just make. I will do another heart. If you have any ways that I can improve on my videos, just let me know, and I appreciate you watching. Have a nice day.